Good morning, everyone. What a joy it is to be with you again this Tuesday morning. I hope and pray that Monday was a good day for you, that even in the midst of our challenges with social distancing and isolation, that you found spaces that made you smile, that you found things that happened that just made you feel good to be alive. Continuing on our talks around the ultimate theme of self-care, I want to kind of talk about something called forgiving yourself. Now, I suspect that for a lot of us, we are really hard on ourselves. We're probably so much harder on ourselves than others have ever been. And that may have come from our childhood. It may have come from the messages that we heard. For a lot of us, it's as a result of what happened to us and how we sometimes blamed ourselves and tried to hold ourselves to a standard that you can't always hold on to. You can't be perfect all the time. So the results in when you make a mistake, you take it and you feel it a whole lot harder, or you try to just ignore it completely and act as if, well, that really didn't happen. But if you're like me, you feel it in the depths of your soul. I want to share a quick little story to illustrate. When my kids were young, my sons were young, well, actually from the time they were about 6 and 4, 6 and 5, 7 and 5, I don't remember, they would spend every summer with their father in another state. And I remember clear as day, as we got towards the day for them to leave, we were beginning to get on each other's nerves. Everybody needed a break. They needed a break from me. I needed a break from them. And the underlying thing was we were going to miss each other, but we didn't know how to say that. And then they would go for the summer, and for a while it would feel really good, and I would connect with them on the phone because this was prior to the days of FaceTime and all that kind of stuff. But at some point during the summer, I would begin to think about all the parenting mistakes I had made during that previous school year. Every little word I had said that may not have been as kind, the decisions that I made, all those things began to overwhelm me. And I would begin to feel really bad about myself. I would begin to beat myself up. And I would then vow to myself, when the kids come back home at the end of the summer, I'm going to be a better mom. I'm going to be a better parent. I'm just going to be the most perfect one. I'm never going to say anything wrong. I'm never going to do anything wrong. I'm always going to make the best decisions. I have to laugh at myself because guess what? There is no such thing as perfection. We're all striving to do the best that we can. And so what I learned over time is to stop beating myself up for the mistakes I was making. Stop beating myself up for when things did not turn out exactly the way that I wanted them to. Stop taking full responsibility as if somehow or other I knew ahead of time when I made this particular decision, it was not going to go the way I wanted. The bottom line is we all want what's best for ourselves. We want what's best for our family. And we're all really struggling to do the best we can. For some of us, that's challenging because we tend to parent the way we were parented. And if we weren't parented very well, even though we know it may not have worked well for us, there's still some things that we retain. It's in our DNA. And so I would suggest that we have to challenge those parental models that we saw that did not work well and challenge ourselves to try something new. And in the trying of something new, it may give you the result you want, it may not. But the bottom line is don't beat yourself up about it. There's a saying that says nothing beats a failure but a try. So I would invite you to first and foremost, be gentle with yourself. Be forgiving of yourself. We all make mistakes. We all do things that we wish we would not have done. We've all said things we wish we had not said. We can rectify that by first, forgiving ourselves, and then ask the person who we've offended to forgive us also. 2 steps, really simple to say, but sometimes can be more difficult to put into process. Tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit more about why that process may feel a little different But the reality is, as I've said before, feelings are not fact. It only takes a baby step. The baby step is beginning by saying, you know what? I'm not perfect, and that's okay. You know what? I may have some faults. I may not dot all my I's. I may not cross all my T's, but I'm still here. I am still loved. I still have a desire to be in community and to be the best me that I can be. And so today I'm going to invite you to take an opportunity at some point during the day when you find yourself beating up on yourself, when you find yourself being too hard on yourself, to give yourself a break. Pat yourself on the back and say, you know what? I'm not going to be so hard on you today because you're doing the best you can. Have a wonderful day. I love each and every one of you on purpose. Bye-bye.